Hello, welcome back to Pass IELTS with Coach Jemima. In this video, I'm going to be talking about two things: tips in IELTS listening and the common challenges in IELTS listening module. Let's start with the tips. What are the things you need to know about the IELTS listening module before you attempt it? Now, the first thing I would like you to know is that in the audio you are going to be listening to, the people that are going to be speaking in that audio are mostly native speakers. What do I mean? Native speakers are those that English language is their native language. People like the Americans, British, Irish, and the likes. Okay, so the reason you should know this is so that your mind is prepared, that you're not going to be hearing people from your own area, from your own country. For instance, if you're a Nigerian, you're not going to be hearing Nigerian speak. If a Nigerian is speaking English, for instance, you are able to easily hear because you guys are in the same locality. If you're a Cameroonian, South African, you're able to hear your fellow South African or Cameroonian. But if someone from England or someone from America is speaking to you, okay, there may be some difficulties because of their accent, basically. So one of the things you must take note of is that you will be listening to native speakers in your listening module. Another thing you need to know about your listening module is that when you get to the exam hall, the audio given to you is going to be played once, and it is going to be controlled by your examiner. The audio given to you is going to be played once. Now, you know what that means. For instance, you start listening to the audio, and then all of a sudden you got lost, or there's a particular place you didn't hear so well. Nobody is going to play that audio for you again. Number one, you don't have the power to do that. Number two, the power is with your examiner, and trust me, your examiner will never play that audio twice. On no account, on no occasion will the examiner play the audio more than once. So that's something you need to take note of. Now, another thing you need to know about the listening module is that you are going to be listening for names. You're going to be listening for names. Now, why am I saying this? Native speakers, they have a way of naming their people, their children. The same way we also have ways of naming our people here. For instance, once someone is having a local name, I'm going to give an example because, a Nigerian name. I'm going to give an example of Nigerian name. For instance, someone is called Ngozi. Ngozi, right? Ngozi is an Igbo name in Nigeria. Now, this particular name, when you go outside of Nigeria and just, probably your name is Ngozi, somebody outside Nigeria may find it difficult to even pronounce that name. Somebody outside Nigeria may find it difficult to even pronounce that name, talk less of being able to spell it, to write it out. And the same way, these native speakers, they have some names that are strange names that you probably have never heard about. Now, you are going to be listening for these names, but the good news is that they are going to spell. So you're also going to be listening for spelling. They are going to spell the name because they know that these names might be strange to you. Yes, we are in Nigeria and even in Ghana, in most African countries, we bear English names too, okay? But there are some names from there that are so deep, are quite deep, that very scarce. You've never even heard of it before. So they tend to spell those kind of names to you. And even there are some English names that you are going to hear, and you feel you know it. Oh, Edward, I can spell Edward. Oh, Julius, I can spell Julius. Oh, Edinburgh, I can spell this, I can spell that. Don't assume that you can spell it. It will be spelled out to you. So just write it down. Also, you are going to listen for names of streets. Oh, Edinburgh Street. Oh, Hampton Street. Oh, Manchester this. Or Leeds this. Different things. So you're going to hear a lot. Don't assume that, oh, Manchester. Don't assume that, oh, Leeds. Don't assume that, oh, Edinburgh. Please let them spell it out to you. Just write it down. Okay, you're going to listen also for numbers, phone numbers, house number, phone numbers, house numbers. The house numbers sometimes are quite funny. You're going to hear it's so long. Then you hear PQ10, this and that, PQ1, 2, 3. You're going to hear different, house number. You have to just listen and hear. You have to just listen and hear. So these are the basic things you need to know about your listening module. Another thing you need to know are the common challenges faced by test takers in listening module. Now, the very first challenge is not hearing. Yes, I've gotten lots of complaints. Some people, the first time they are listening to an IELTS audio, they're like, Coach, I'm not hearing anything. I can't even hear what they are saying. That is a very common problem. And it is not something that cannot be worked on. Yes, you can work on it, you can improve on it. Yes, you can hear them. They are not speaking for Nigerians, for most Africans. English language is somehow our lingua franca. Lingua franca is like official language. So we have a little bit of idea about the English language. So we are not totally English language is not totally strange to us. We are not totally new to the English language. Okay. So most of these things sometimes may not be the issue, but there are some people they are not hearing because of the accent. The accent is quite different from ours, so they might not be able to hear. Okay. Now another common challenge are the strange names I talked about earlier. Strange names. They are going to be names you've never heard in your life. Yes, they are going to be names you've never heard of, and you are going to be hearing them. But not to worry, I told you they will be spelled out. Also, our street names, our street or Edinburgh Street, this street, that street, they're also quite strange. These are challenges that people face. But like I said earlier, they will always spell them out. Number hearing also. Number hearing is a major challenge to people. And then speaking pace. Now, speaking pace is how fast or how slow they are speaking. Because English is their native language, they are not going to be slow. They are going to be very fast. And that pace may affect you. I've seen many people that they say, oh coach, this audio is quite fast. Oh coach, this audio is too fast. I can't get this. Before I got the answer, they moved to something else. Yes, that's how it is going to be. So these are the different common challenges that test takers face in the IELTS listening test. See you in my next video. Bye.